We're doing it all over again for one last time here at Stafford Speedway. 5 weekly divisions to be crowned by night's end, and we got some barn burner points battles to get to. Before we settle it on the track, let's talk to some of the drivers involved.
And Rob able to catch up with a driver that is looking for his first Stafford Championship in the Street Stocks, Rookie of the Year a couple of years ago, and came out swinging. Start of the year, picked up a bunch of wins, and unfortunately a tough week last week for you, but you still have a mathematical shot. Aaron Plemons looking for the Street Stock title. First off, let's kind of recap what happened last Friday night, going from the point lead to now 34 back.
Yeah, we got into, they wrecked behind us and it hit me in the back end of the car and it broke the brake caliper bolt and just lost brakes going in the corner. I felt it fading, but I just tried to ignore it and ended up ending my night. So, but yeah, we're back on offense and hoping we can come get a win and just see what happens.
Is that all, I guess, the goal and the opportunity for you is tonight is to win and just kind of let things behind you settle where they may?
Yeah, I started points racing a couple weeks back, and I feel like it ruined my rhythm as a driver. I'm very aggressive in my moves, so I think I'm back on offense tonight, like I said, and we're just going to go for it and see where they lay.
At what point of the season do you start looking at points? You said a couple weeks ago I started points racing. At what point does that kind of switch?
Now, and like I said, a couple weeks ago we started points racing. A little bit halfway through. Every driver looks at points. So people say they don't, but you know, we all look. So, like I said, I started points racing, ruined my rhythm. So hopefully we can go back on attack tonight and win.
Good luck to you later tonight.
Thank you.
First Street Stock Championship, that is Aaron Plemons, comes into tonight 34 points back. Now let's go and hear from another driver looking to make up some ground in the SK Light Modifieds, looking for his first track championship as well with Rob.
Kyle here with Nick Hovey, who's 14 points out of the SK Light lead with 1 race to go. Nick, you guys had to kind of walk yourselves out of a mid-season hole there. What kind of confidence is inspired for this team to have such good runs this late in the year?
Yeah, I mean, we have confidence everywhere we go, whether it's Florida or any track around here. You know, we're the fastest car every time we show up. So beating there won't be a problem. Make up that many spots might be an issue.
As you said, you're a car that always comes here expecting to have a chance to win. Do you prefer kind of going into this race, or would you have preferred to go in with a little bit of a buffer, leading the points, or do you kind of like coming in here knowing you just have to go out there and be guns a-blazing really for the win?
I mean, obviously I'd love to have the point lead, but I'm very comfortable going out there and just having to try and win. You know, I mean, obviously we've done that a lot this year everywhere, so I'm very comfortable going out there and just doing the best I can. You know, I leave everything out there every week anyway, so just gonna try and win and see what happens.
And despite some iffy luck mid-season with this team, you guys have had speed all year long. Walk me through the goals for this 2026 and beyond.
Yeah, 2026, not 100% sure what we're doing yet, but no matter what we do, our goal is going to be trying and run as well as we can, whether it's this and SK or wherever we end up. Just going to try and win and be successful in whatever we do.
Well, good luck out there, Nick, tonight and next year.
Thank you.
Nick Hovey looking to close the gap to Meg Fuller and take home his first SK Light title. Now Kyle's the driver looking to get their first weekly series division championship on the other side of the pits.
And Rob here in the limited late model pits, able to catch up with current championship leader Travis Haidar, who has been in this position before in the Street Stock several seasons ago. Back running for another title in your rookie year in this division. How would you, even before we get to tonight, kind of sum up this first season for you in this division?
You know, the beginning of the season started off a little rocky, a little slower than we wanted to be, but we kept figuring it out, you know, as the year went on. And then about, I think it was week 9, we got our first win, and we've just been getting faster ever since and keeping the momentum rolling from the beginning of summer there, or the middle of summer, I should say. And I think we're setting ourselves up for a good start of next year for sure.
So it took 9 weeks to get the first win. What were some of the big lessons that you learned about these cars in this division in those first 8 weeks?
Racing around a new set of guys, you know, racing with these late model style bodies are a lot different than you know, the steel Monte Carlo bodies. Just some different quirks about the car that are different from a street stock. Just a little bit of a learning curve, but you know, you get around the track the same way. So
Turning left.
Turning left, yes, that didn't change.
36-point cushion. I mean, is that something you even look at tonight going into the final 20 laps?
I mean, yeah, obviously you got to look at it and know what's going on and run every scenario just to make sure you got all your ducks in a row, and you know, depending on how many cars show up, know what I have to do and just put myself in the best shot I can to take it home.
Best of luck to you here later tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Former street stock champion in his rookie year here in the limited late models and looking to clinch the championship here later tonight. Now let's go to the late model pits and hear from a driver that has been here before and is a multi-time track champion.
Kyle, I'm here with Adam Gray, driver of the 97 late model and 22 out of the lead here. Adam, how do you run this race tonight? Because they've not been clean recently. I mean, do you almost expect maybe a late race restart here as we get down into the closing laps?
I mean, anything's possible with the way it's been the last month and a half, or the whole year at this point. We're gonna just keep doing what we're doing, go out there, run to the front, and where it falls, it falls.
How much do you worry about the whereabouts of the 39 throughout this race?
Honestly, I haven't really looked at points. I didn't even know that's how far out we were until you just said it. We come here, have fun, try and win some races, and at the end of the season, if we fall in the front, we fall in the front. It is what it is at this point.
Last year, you guys found major late season magic, ripping off a ton there at the end. Do you guys feel any of that with this 97 team here this year?
Yeah, I mean, the car's been phenomenal the last 3 weeks to a month, and we just, getting wrecked and caught up in other people's crap, and, it's racing, short track racing. Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield, and we've been the big bug quite a bit this year.
There's a lot on the line here tonight. If you are able to take this track title home, you'll be tied for the most all-time with Ryan Pasacco at 5. What would that mean for this 97 team?
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be a cool feat. We were, up until this year, we were pretty much 50-50 on championships per seasons that we ran. It'd definitely be cool to be up there with Pasacco and, on our win list. I mean, I think we're 39 or 40 wins now in my career here, so it's cool. And at the same token, I kind of the veteran of the division now. I never thought I would be. At one point I was a young punk, and I'm getting older, and I'm looking at everybody around. I said, well, there's some younger guys out here now.
Well, good luck out there, Adam.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Adam Gray looking to tie for the most late model track titles of all time. Now, Kyle, let's talk to a couple drivers looking for their first SK Modified Division Championships.
And Rob with the driver that had the point lead going into last weekend, lost it for a bit, has it back. It's been one of those years, and it has been fun to watch Mikey Flynn, who has an 8-point lead. That's 4 spots on the racetrack over Jonathan Pulio. Thoughts and emotions coming into the final night of the season for this 24 bunch?
Yeah, of course, it's been a great season. We're happy to be here, happy to have a shot at it. It's 22 weeks of, pure mayhem, and we've managed to make it to the last week. So we're going to go out there, try our best, do what we've been doing all year, and see where the chips fall. 22
weeks, not a whole lot of time to sit back and soak in the success. What kind of a grind has it been here this summer for you guys?
I mean, it's long nights in the shop, taking off work to make it happen, doing stuff like that. I mean, it's crazy. You don't even realize until you're in it. And then once you're in it, it's just go, go, go. You don't, like you said, you don't have time to sit back. So, we're still in it. We're still fighting. So after this week, it'll be a rest. But, it's been a long week, and it's been a lot of waiting, which is the worst part. So I'm ready to get after it tonight.
Still in it, kind of on top of the mountain. How much information do you want to know tonight on the racetrack as to where your competitor is?
Yeah, I know what I have to do. I know what's at stake. I know what the deal is. So I'm just going to, nothing's going to change. We're just going to call it like a normal race, and we're going to go to the front.
Good luck here later tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Mikey Flynn looking for his first ever SK Modified Championship here at the Speedway. Let's go to the other side of the pits and Rob, who is with the driver that is closest to Mikey in points.
And now, Kyle, his main competitor for this SK Modified Championship, John Pulio, who was just 8 points out of the championship lead. John, you guys were a little off at the Saturday show last weekend. What are you guys looking for tonight that you didn't have last Saturday?
Just trying to get the car right again. We're definitely off Saturday and definitely picked a bad week to have our worst finish. But yeah, just trying to get everything right, trying to do what we can control, and really go out here and try to get a win, and hopefully the rest plays out.
How much do you worry about the location of your championship competitors here? Obviously, you'll be starting right around where Mikey Flynn is, with Mike Christopher starting a little bit further back in the pack. Do you try to run your own race, or are you sort of looking out from the corner of your eye for those two guys throughout the night?
Oh, definitely looking at them, but just trying to run my own race. I mean, if I was up 8, I would definitely have a different stand on things. But being the chaser here, I feel like it takes a lot of stress off of you. Whether that's good or bad, I'll know at the end of the night. But I just trying to do what I can control, doing what my team can control, and hoping for the best here tonight.
Your guys' late race win last season sort of rejuvenated this 7 team going into 2025. What would a championship do for you guys for next season and beyond?
A ton. I mean, when you guys all meet at everyone's shop in the offseason, everyone's goal is to win the championship, and at the end of the year, it can only be one guy. So as deserving as a lot of teams are, I definitely think we're on the list, and just hoping to be the one to hoist the trophy. But if not, just really proud of all my guys, proud of my team, how much we've grown over these last 5 years. It's I definitely would sell an arm and a leg to be in this spot last year, years before. So trying to take advantage of this moment. You never know how often you're going to be in these situations, and just hoping for the best. You know, thanks to Stafford, they put on a great show, and to be a Stafford champion would be cool. But if not, just really proud of everybody.
Good luck out there tonight, John.
Thank you.
Well, Kyle, Ben, Bonza, we are going to crown 5 champions here tonight, and y'all are on the call for it all.
Wow, imagine that. We are on the call for tonight's event, and it is championship night presented by NAPA Auto Parts. There's so many side stories. There's so many unique presentations that make it a night to remember. And every one of the drivers that were pre-interviewed all said the same thing. It is an honor to have success and win a title here at the prestigious Stafford Speedway. But only one can go home with that honor, and the rest has to do it all over again when 2026 comes rolling around. We've seen some upsets, Kyle, in our practice session today. Some competitors that usually are not as quick in practice moved to the top of the board, and some of the contenders in the point battle just kind of settled in among the top 10 cars.
Yeah, Ben, we have had 220 drivers accumulate points so far here this season. 18 of them have a shot at the championship among the 5 divisions, and practice told a lot of stories, or at least set the stage for those stories to be told here later tonight. Another beautiful night for racing to wrap up this 2025 campaign. A campaign that started 160 days ago, and here we are set to button things up once again.
We sure are, and I don't think anybody knew at the start of the season where or who or what would move to the top of the charts, but it has changed, and everybody is looking to determine the best of the best, the cream of the crop. It will rise to tonight's occasion, and as we said before, only one individual will have that honor, and what a prestigious honor it is. Safety Services crew is pacing the field as we begin. It is provided by Monaco Ford out of Glastonbury in Niantic, Connecticut. If you're in the market for a newer used Ford vehicle, they've got some great incentives on the line. See Chrissy and see Mike, and they'll be more than glad to help you. Just tell them you heard about it here at Stafford Speedway. So it looks like we are about ready. And before we go, let's check in with the third member of our broadcast team, the guy that's been covering things backstage and high atop turn number 3, Bonza. Good evening. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Ben, and hello to everybody that's watching on FloRacing and those here at the racetrack. It's the last event of 2025, which means it's your final opportunity to take a look at the novelty booth and get yourself a lot of nice apparel, Stafford apparel, monster truck apparel, driver apparel, maybe for your favorite driver. There's Woody Pitcat merch. You got John Pulio, Troy Talman, Tyler Trott, Amanda West, Kevin and Colton Gambacorta, David Arute, and so much more. So in your final event of racing here at Stafford Speedway, it's your final shot to come here to the novelty booth at the top of the midway and get some Stafford apparel and get to see and possibly buy, if you're nice to your parents, a piece of merchandise from one of your favorite drivers.
Holidays are right around the corner.
They sure are.
Get that Stafford merch, get that driver merch, also pieces of the pace car that was crushed here back during the Cletus McFarland weekend by one of the monster trucks. So a lot of great stuff down there, a lot of great holiday gift ideas as well. And maybe even grab a hoodie because it's going to get chilly here later on.
It sure is. And directly across from that location, next to the ice cream stand, is the souvenir area that is for souvenirs of the Monaco Modified Tri-Track Series, Sunoco Racing Fuels, the official fuel of the Stafford Speedway, provided by New England Racing Fuels and other great items there as well. So 2 different locations with 2 different styles of items available for your enjoyment for this evening's program. And none of this would be possible all season long. We've been talking about the blue and the gold, and that, of course, is your local NAPA Auto Parts stores. Get up and go. That's what NAPA is, as it welcomes the race fan. And, of course, your NAPA Auto Care Centers are proud to have you come into their stores. They're not like all the other chains. They literally look at what you need and only want to sell you what you need, providing you with quality American-made products and much more. NAPA, a name you can count on. Kyle?
Proud sponsor of our anchor events here at the racetrack with the Spring Sizzler and, of course, last week's Fall Final and Napa Championship Night, the Napa SK 5K. So big supporters here at the Speedway now for over a decade here each and every time we go racing. And we have a busy night of racing, a great field of cars. How about, 27 street stocks in the house tonight?
Big situation there. And, of course, there's still some other things going on here at the racetrack. Like on October 19th, it's the 51st annual Tie Rods All Automotive Swap Meet and Flea Market. It's one of those deals you just don't want to miss. The motorcycle swap meet is on October 26th. The Tie Rods meet is one of the largest of its type anywhere in the country. It's held no matter what the weather conditions are. The Tie Rods Auto Club is nationally known for their efforts in presenting this automotive specialty swap meet. Well, right now, Kyle, the field is heading off onto turn number 3, so let's get into round number 1.
Car number 15 had a lot of work to do after an incident last week to put this car back together. The 15 on the pole for heat race number 1 from Ware, Massachusetts, the Dustbusters Duck Cleaning entry for Sean Petlock.
Outside of row number 1 is car number 58, the Tea Kettle Restaurant, a Vote Saybrook-sponsored car from Madison, Connecticut. Car 58, David Chiasco.
Third starter, car number 69 from Belchertown, Massachusetts, the Roy's Auto Service car for Bill Cody.
In the 4th starting spot, Evans Carpentry Service brings us car number 12 from Uncasville, Connecticut, B.J. Evans.
Fifth starter, the driver currently second in the championship standings, car 67 from Uncasville, Connecticut, the AJ's Cafe Twisted Tea Uncle Mike entry for Aaron Clemens.
Then we go to the Macella Motorsports machine, car number 99 from Summers, Connecticut, Isabella Mancella.
Car number 18 will go to the inside of the next row from Enfield, Connecticut, the Jet Motorsports entry for Garrett Pease.
In the 8th starting spot, he's making his debut, second time out this season, the Herb Carlin Motorsports car from Groton, Connecticut, car 35, Herb Carlin.
And also making his second start of the season, car number 24 from Oakdale, Connecticut, Critical Signs, the sponsor for Ben Castro.
And starting scratch is car number 66, a Renault race car machine from Amityville, New York, the 66 of William Bailey. That is your starting lineup. The story is 5 laps with 5 cars to transfer. What we mean by transfer is they'll move into the preferred starting spots, better known as the handicap, in tonight's feature event. And with a field this large, Kyle, it's important where you start as well as where you end up.
Indeed it is, because it is a deep field here. A lot of new faces with us here this week, and obviously many of them debuting here at the racetrack just last weekend. So good field of street stocks, and they're a lap away from getting heat race number 1 underway. The point gap coming into tonight, 34 points. Travis Downey looking for his second consecutive street stock championship. Had to do it in the final race last year and had to come from behind to get the championship trophy. Today he goes in as the leader by 34 over Aaron Clemens, who was involved in an incident last week in turn number 1 and lost a boatload of points.
Sure did.
Needing to regain them today, and the field is large enough where it is possible. That's 34, about 18 spots or so on the racetrack. So we'll be following that over the course of the night. As the field is over in turn number 4, getting set to go green. Here, our final night of the season, Napa Championship night. Here's heat race 1.
Well, DJ Helberg looks him over, gives him the green, and already the 58 of David Chasko looks racy to the outside. They're side by side. They almost look like they're going for the green, but they are up to speed. Things get settled in. Turn number 3, and we've got the leader, and that, of course, is the number 58 of David Chiasco.
Also, Sean Petlock moving toward the front, along with Bill Cody in that 69. Chasko fading just a tad as they cross the line. to complete lap number 1. Petlock, Cody, Clemens, the top 3. PJ Evans in the mix, and here comes Isabella Mancella. They learned a lot about that 99 car last week. Talked to Dad earlier today in the pits and made a lot of changes coming into this final Friday of the season. Car 99 among the top 5 right now.
That's where she needs to be, and that's a very important position to maintain. PJ Evans has moved into the 4th spot. Aaron Clemens, no surprises here. He's up to 3rd. Now a little testing of the waters. Bill Cody reeled in a second on Sean Petlock. It upsets the car. Going. Aaron Clemens is side by side. They come off turn 4.
Heat race or not, he wants to take that 67 to the front of the field and is indeed doing that. Goes to the outside of Cody. Clemens into the 2nd spot, looking to close in on leader Petlock. Little bit of contact there. Cody on the bottom on Clemens. They're both okay. Clemens to 2nd, Cody back to 3rd, Evans right there in 4th, and they are all closing in on Sean Petlock.
There's no question about it. Now Evans works his magic on Bill Cody. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. 4 cars in a single file formation. Then there's a gap, and then it's Isabella Mancella. That final preferred spot. Down the back straightaway, here comes Clemens. Reels him in, moves to the inside. Dive bombs down into turn number 3. Car number 67. Aaron Clemens takes over the lead. Sean Petlock is glued to his back bumper.
Checkered flag is up, and it's going to be Aaron Clemens to pick up the race win in heat race number 1 for the Street Stocks over Sean Petlock in 2nd, PJ Evans in 3rd, Bill Cody 4th, and Isabella Mancella to get that 5th and final qualified spot to the handicap.
Just out of the handicap is the 58 of David Chiasco. Then Castro will finish in 7th. Herb Collin will finish in 8th. Garrett Pease is 9th. And William Bailey rounds out the top 10. That's it for round number 1, but round number 2 is on deck. But before we go there, let's go back to Monza.
Thank you, Ben. Want to talk about Aaron Clemens, who's coming in 2nd in the points, trying to fight for a championship. He had a lot of issues in practice today. He had an issue with the sway bar, an issue with the rear end, which is what hampered his run last Friday. So they weren't sure how the car was going to be for the heat race tonight. It was kind of up in the air, but I think judging by that 5-lapper right there, the 67 ain't too shabby.
I was going to say, you would never know.
No,
he had issues because he went to the front in a hurry from the 5th starting spot for Aaron Clemens. Heat race number 2 about to come onto the track.
Sure does. Car number 13 will bring the field to green. That's the Charlie's Towing TTM Technologies car from Stafford Springs, Connecticut, Matt Martell.
Outside of the front row, car 71 from Stamford, Connecticut, the Rico's Pizza entry for Marvin Minkler.
In position number 3, this young man had a great rookie season. The Connecticut Axle and Spindle Service car from Ellington, Connecticut, feature event winner, car 32, Colton Gambacorta.
4th starter, car number 80 from East Hartford, Connecticut. It's the Jet Motorsports car for Tyler Trott.
In the 5th starting position, car number 55, SK Property Maintenance, IMC Manufacturing. From Southampton, Massachusetts, car 55, Brandon Warren.
Car number 78 scheduled up next on the racetrack behind the wheel tonight of that Jet Motorsports entry is Dan Meyer.
Then we move to the 7th starting spot, Wellington Pizza from Stafford Springs, Connecticut, car 44. It is Rob Sears.
And car number 8 will go to the outside of the next row from Windsor Locks, Connecticut, the Staves Racing entry for Bill Staves.
And then, of course, Critical Signs brings us car number 72 out of Norwich, Connecticut, Vinny DeGaggi. So here we go, 2nd qualifying round. If you've just joined us or you're just tuning in, watching tonight, this is Napa Auto Parts Championship night here at the Speedway. Not just about winning a title. For some it is. For others, it's to be in the top 10, maybe in the top 15 or the top 5 to secure that first victory. There's all kinds of challenges that are offered in this evening's program. But at the end of the day, we will be crowning the champions in each of the divisions, and that's a year's worth of work to get where we are here today.
Going to line up and get ready to go here in about a lap or so from now. A couple of the starters missing from these pace laps. It looks like there's a car about to enter the gate on the back straightaway. So there he comes, the 72 scheduled to start out back of this one. So we'll look for the green next time by here in heat race number 2 for the Street Stocks.
And of course, following the conclusion, we have one more street stock heat. We'll go to the limited late model qualifiers. Then the SK lights will be on tap. the late models, and the SK Modifieds. Conclusion of that, we'll open up our pre-race ceremony for our feature events of competition. It'll follow the same format and the same presentation that you're witnessing during the qualifiers. Here they come, Kyle, off turn number 4. Time to get round number 2 fired up. Green and racing.
Matt Martell in the 13 brings the field off of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Marvin Minkler to the outside. Then it's Gamba Corda and Trot in row number 2 as they go to turn number 2. An outside lane gets the jump. Marvin Minkler in the 71 will take command of this event. Will pull Trot into second. Martell will backslide to 5th by the time they get to turn 3.
You know, a week ago, Tyler Trott said that he was really upset and frustrated with how things worked out for him. He had dropped out with a mechanical wall. That's not the story tonight. He dive bombs down to the bottom of turn number 1. Marvin Minkler's on the outside. These are two of the great veterans, side by side for first, and it was side by side for second. Then Brandon Warren moved into the 3rd spot, bumping Gamba Corda back to position 4.
Here they come. Lead change up front off of the corner. Minkler led lap 1. Trot to the inside and will lead lap number 2. Minkler back to 3rd. Brandon Warren falls in the line in the 3rd spot, just in front of Colton Gamba Corda in 5th in car number 32. Top 5 been able to break away from Matt Martell. A ways back in 6th, coming to 2 to go.
Well, here they come back off turn number 4, and second becomes a 3-car challenge. Marvin Minkler is trying to hold off the opposition. Then Brandon Warren dive bombs down to turn number 1. They almost come together. But it is Marvin Minkler who holds on off turn number 2. Colton Gamba Corda is moving in. There comes Brandon Warren down to the bottom of the turn. Will he make the move? White flag is out. 1 lap to go.
Made the move, but it didn't work for him over in turn number 4. Minkler hangs on to 2nd. Warren had to back off just a bit and fall into 3rd. That allowed Tyler Trott to pull away as the race leader, comfortably now up the back straightaway. Minkler in 2nd, Warren in 3rd, Gamba Corda 4th, and Martell 5th. That's the way they run coming to the checkered.
Well, here's the black and white off turn number 4. A convincing victory for Tyler Trott. Finishing in 2nd, a close one, Marvin Minkler. Brandon Warren will finish among the top 3. Colton Gamba Corda, the 4th spot, and Matt Martell will take down that very important position number 5. But there are 4 more competitors just out of the handicap,
including Rob Sears, who finished in the 6th spot. Vinny Dijani finishing in 7th in that 72. Final car running, and Bill Staves and Jason Beal in the 78, scheduled to run that car later tonight in the feature, did not start this heat race. And Ben, it is 6:11 Eastern time here.
Yep.
And the sun is already gone from our view.
It is how it's quickly
Just
all changed.
Throw that out there.
Yes,
Let's check
it
in with
really
Bonza.
has. But you got to remember, we've talked about it, one of the top 5 days. Let's go down to Bonza. Bonza, do you agree with us it's a top 5 night here at Stafford?
Oh, it's beautiful. And you know what they say, time flies by when you're having fun, guys. So I want to give an update on Tyler Trott, who won our most recent heat race. He's back in his car that he has run all year, except for last Friday, which was unfortunately wrecked early on the feature. He had front brake issues for the past month and a half, 2 months. I asked him after practice if it got better. He said 40% of the way there. So if that's 40% of the way there, let's see what happens if it's 100%.
Just won that heat race by 1.8 seconds.
Yeah, that's
so
pretty impressive.
looks pretty good.
So let's go to round number 3, car number 23, CKG Welding and Fabrication car. From Wallingford, Connecticut, it is Alex Bonato.
Outside of the front row, the 14 from Waterford, Connecticut. Critical Signs, the sponsor for Sean Monahan.
Defending champion, point leader, looking for another title. The P.J. Ladola & Sons Electrical Contractors machine from Bark Hempstead, Connecticut, car number 42, Travis Downey.
Car number 49 to the outside of that second row from Summers, Connecticut. The Barn Package Store brings us Jason Raymond.
Feature event winner starts 5th, will lead the Northeast Truck and Off-Road machine. From Griswold, Connecticut, car 81, Brent Gleason.
6 starter, car 27 from Pennsylvania, the TIPR warehousing entry for Andreas Bogie.
7th starting spot, the Home Turf Professional Lawn Care machine. From Walcott, Connecticut, car 56, Sean Riley.
To the outside of row 4, starting 8th, car number 5 from Bristol, Connecticut, the Trash Mob Garage car for Pete Kayer.
And believe it or not, this gentleman comes from Horsham, England, in a rental race car machine. He comes from over the other side of the pond. Car number 26, it is Paul Sweeney, and we welcome him to Stafford, making his first appearance here.
That's the lineup. Heat race number 3, the third and final for the Street Stocks, and this one will include the current point leader, the 42, for Travis Downey. As he'll start on the front row with Monahan at his left elbow. Green flag is up, and we are underway.
Well, down to turn number 1, it looks like the 14 has a slight advantage, but it's short-lived. All of a sudden glued to his back bumper. Top 4, single file, bumper to bumper down in turn number 3. Sean Monahan showing it's no fluke. He's the leader of the pack. Here comes Travis Downey running in his tire tracks off turn 4.
Jason Raymond to fall in the line in the third spot as they cross the line and go back to the corner. Battle for the lead. Downey looking outside and in on the 14 off of turn 2 of Monahan. Monahan hangs on the top spot, but only by a car length.
Deep into turn number 3, it's still Monahan. Downey looks him over, takes a look at the inside, thinks twice of it, pulls back into formation. Jason Raymond is here. Now Brent Gleason moves in. That's the top 4. Back to the front of the field. They literally make contact. It upsets Travis Downey's car, works to the advantage of Sean Monahan.
Last week's winner, first-time winner at that, Jason Raymond running in the third spot, a couple of car lengths back after that incident or near incident in turn 2 a half a lap ago where they all had to check up to avoid each other. Monahan still leads. Downey in second, closes right back in. Lap ago, kind of massaged that back bumper of the 14. Up the back straightaway, a little bit more room this time by, coming to the final couple laps here.
Here they come off turn number 4, single file, top 3 positions. White flag is out, no surrendering in that battle at the point. Monahan still leads the charge. Tries to set the pace. Here comes Downey. They come together. No harm, no foul. Down the back straightaway, it still remains Sean Monahan.
Brent Gleason, fastest car on the track last time by, running in fourth, but the battle is up front. Downey, back bumper tap to Monahan. Monahan hangs on to the top spot. Coming to the checkered flag, and Sean Monahan will win the final Street Stock heat race of the evening over Travis Downey in second, Jason Raymond in third, Brent Gleason in the fourth spot, and Sean Riley to round out the top 5.
Well, just out of the top 5, it'll be Andreas Bogie to finish in the 6th spot. Alex Bonato was 7th. Pete Kerr would finish in the 8th spot, and Paul Sweeney would finish in position number 9. Qualifying for the Street Stocks is all but over. Before we go to the limited late models, let's check back in with Bonza Tufa.
Well, Ben, I'm checking in with Aaron Plemons after winning his heat race. I talked about the eventful start they've had today. How was it during that 5-lapper?
It was better. It's technically our first practice of the day, so just little tweaks. Still wasn't great where I want to be at all, actually, but we're going to make some adjustments here and hopefully go to the front.
What more do you need in terms of adjustment? What more do you need out of this car?
We look at it like 3 points to the turn, entry, center, and off, and I have neither. So I have, actually, that's a lie. I have good off, can't get in. So we're going to dial it in, hopefully go to front.
Aaron Plemons has some work to do, but looked really good in that heat race, so we'll see if they can get that car at 100% and go for a win tonight. He's fighting for a championship, but for him, it's all about the victories.
It sure is, and look at that beautiful moon up over tonight's racetrack as we're about ready to begin. 2 qualifying limited late models. Car number 24, WGF Building out of Three Rivers, Massachusetts. It is Kyle Theriot.
And his outside will be the 80 from Old Saybrook, Connecticut, the Saybrook Rentals car for Norman Root III.
Row number 2, inside, car number 23. Westside Oil brings us to 23 from Canton, Connecticut, Devin Jensick.
Ford starter, car number 83 from Wellington, Connecticut, the Rob Russell chassis car for R.J. Surdell.
Let's go back to row number 3. This guy's the point leader. Got the rookie stripe on the back of his car. You wouldn't know it. The Haidar Construction Machine. Car number 11 from Woodbury, Connecticut, Travis Haidar.
And last week's winner in car number 6 will start in the 6th spot from Windsor, Connecticut, the L&S Equipment car for 3-time champion Jeremy Lavoie.
In the 7th starting spot, it's Team Choice. Car number 44 from Durham, Connecticut, Shelby Swan.
Car number 66 will go to the outside, the Tri-State Equipment repair car for Mike Hopkins.
And starting scratch in the event, it is car number 38. That, of course, is from Union, Connecticut, Dave Secor. So that is your starting lineup for this evening's round number 1 of 2. If you just joined us, these are the limited late models. We've just qualified 3 heats of the Street Stock division. Kyle, this division has grown in 2025, and such talent and a lot of different winners.
Over 20 plus cars a week ago, so they have nearly doubled in field size in the last couple of years. Great field here tonight. Heat race number 1 to turn 2 for the first time, and it's going to be Terrio to bring the field off of turn number 2 and up the back straightaway as the race leader in that blue and yellow numeral number 24.
Side-by-side bid for second. Root is on the outside. Meanwhile, 3 wide is the story behind them. Off the turn, it is still the same. Kyle Therio, Devin Jensick clicked off the quickest time in lap number 1.
Top 2 in the championship standings, currently 4th and 5th. Point leader, the 11 of Travis Haidar, then the 6 of Jeremy Lavoie, who is some 36 points back here coming into tonight. It's going to be tough, if possible, to claim the title here this evening with now 18 cars on hand as they go back to turn number 1. Top 5 cars all singled out at the front of the field.
Down the back straightaway, top 3 run nose to tail. Then there's a little bit of a gap in front of Lavoie. Travis Haidar just clicked off the quickest lap in the previous time. He'll look strong as they come off turn 4. Kyle Therio still the leader of the pack. Look at all of a sudden the 11 car trying to stay and look to the outside, thinks twice of it. That gives Devin Jensick back command of position 2. He's going for the lead, Kyle.
Devin Jensick positions his car to the inside, 23 to the inside of the 24 for Kyle Terrio, who is kicked up to the outside groove off of the corner, halfway down, 4 to go here in heat race number 1 for the limited late models, and it's tight at the front. Jensick to the inside, looks like a little out of shape, but hangs on to the car into the top spot, but don't look now, here comes the point leader.
Sure does, and right there, of course, with him, here comes Lavoie. Lavoie had a racy race car last weekend. He's looking just as impressive. Back up front, Travis sees the door open. It is short-lived, can't do it right now, but he's still in factor number 2 with car number 11 all over Devin Jensick.
Haidar to the inside, but can't make a move. Jeremy Lavoie consistently quiet so far in this heat race and has been much of the season here for the limited late models. 3rd right now and has a great seat at the battle for the lead with 2 laps to go. Here comes Haidar to the inside of Devin Jensick for the top spot.
Remember, 7 is the number here. Out in front becomes the second leader of the event. This time it is Travis Haidar, the champion and point leader. Moves to the front of the class. White flag is out, 1 lap to go.
Final trip around with Travis Haidar at the front now. Devin Jensick in 2nd, Jeremy Lavoie in 3rd, Root in 4th. Then that second pack of traffic led by the 24 for Kyle Terrio as they exit turn number 2 and race up the backstretch for the final time.
Here they come, final time off turn number 4. Checkered flag is waving. Travis Haidar will be glad to remove that rookie stripe at the end of the season. He'll take down the victory. Devin Jensick to finish in 2nd. Jeremy Lavoie will finish in 3rd. Norm Root, a solid run for 4th. Kyle Therio for 5. Mike Hopkins for 6. And R.J. Serdell rounds out the top 7. 2 competitors, Kyle, will not be in the preferred starting spots.
They are Dave Secord and Shelby Swan finishing in the 8th and 9th positions here in this opening qualifying event as we check back into the pits with Bonza.
I'm with Travis Downey, who finished up front the heat race, finished 2nd, had Sean Monahan in front of him for the whole entire race. How was the car during your 5-lap heat?
Car was pretty good for the 5-lap heat. Didn't really see any point in pressure in Monahan any more than I already was for the spot. I think we're going to be really good in the feature. Happy, real happy with the car right now.
Any adjustments you think you need to make?
I think we're going to leave it alone. I think the feature's going to be pretty same as our heat race temperature-wise and stuff, so just run the car the way it is.
It's Travis Downey confident about the car after his heat race tonight.
He certainly is. Let's go to round number 2. Car number 9 will be the ARI Spray Foam Gold Properties car from Canton, Connecticut. The 9 is Connor Jensick.
Outside of the front row, the 5 from Wellington, Connecticut, the Mojo Cafe Lawn Science car for Daryl Vertifay.
Here's another outstanding rookie this season, the Tri-State Equipment Repair car from Somers, Connecticut, car 55, Jason Lafayette.
4th starter, car number 22 from New Hartford, Connecticut, the GP Fence entry for Gary Patno.
In the 5th starting spot, we'll call him the Old Dog, the Stribel Trucking Company machine from Tolland, Connecticut, a former champion. Car number 28, Rich Hammond.
6th starter, car number 18 from Weathersfield, Connecticut, the Utility Services New England car for Scott Clements.
In the 7th starting spot, New England Chipper Repair, AZ Roofing Company, number 82. The Scott Nordman-owned race car from Pasco, Rhode Island, Sammy Dell.
8th starter, car number 17 from Canton, Connecticut, Funkaway, the sponsor for Ari Jensick.
And picking up the rear of the field, car number 59, Utility Service of New England car from Rocky Hill, Connecticut, Matt Clement. So, this is our second and final limited late model qualifier. And of course, next we'll be moving on to the SK Light division. Off turn number 4, staring the field down, DJ Hellberg and Mike Hellberg on the starter stand. Looking at them as they rumble off turn number 4. Green flag is out, and Connor Jensick seems to have a slight advantage, but Darrell Vertiflay has been strong every week. Meanwhile, on the inside, here comes Jason Lafayette. He moves into second, and among the quickest cars in practice today was Gary Patnode, car number 22.
22 in the 4th spot right now, just in front of Rich Hammond in 5th. Battle up front as they hit the line. Connor Jensick will hang on to the top spot, but for how long? Jason Lafayette, another one of the impressive rookies in this division this season, currently showing well in points, and right now well on the racetrack, up and in the top 5 in that or into the race lead in that 55 car.
He comes off the turn like a rocket. Jason Lafayette has adjusted so well to this season in the rookie class for him. He pulls away at the front of the field. Connor Jensick has to settle back in, and now all of a sudden Gary Patnode with that 22 car, he starts to close up the gap. Then look what's happening behind them. Rich Hammond has moved into the 4th spot. Vertiflay is back at 5.
And they single out behind him as they cross the line to complete another lap. Scott Clement, Ari Jensick, who's coming off a good effort last week. Matt Clement, the defending champion, still deep in the pack in the 8th position, challenging Ari Jensick for that spot. Battle for second is best. Connor Jensick, Gary Patnode coming to halfway. 4 down, 4 to go this time by.
There's no question about it. It was Patnode who was so quick in practice. He can reel him in with ease, but Connor Jensick's got a good car. Off the turn, he can pull away, and he does. Here comes Patnode. He sees daylight. Will he be able to pull it off? He's up alongside. Fender to the door as they come off turn number 4. Side by side as they come back to the line for second.
Connor Jensick in the outside lane. Gary Patnode to the bottom. It's allowing Jason Lafayette to pull away at the front of the field in that 55 car. Has about a second and a half over Jensick in second, Patnode in third. Hammond, 1 car length behind them, running in 4th with 2 laps to go this time by.
No question about it. Less than a mile. Jason Lafayette has the field covered. But from second on back, it's a whole different deal. Meanwhile, Connor Jensick maintains that number 2 position. Behind him, Gary Patnode, Rich Hammond is there. A little further back, good battle shaping up between Clement and Ari Jensick. White flag is out, 1 lap to go.
Clement slides wide. Ari Jensick goes to the bottom in the 17. That's off of turn 4. Leaders already into turn number 2. Jason Lafayette in the 55 into the final circuit of the second and final limited late model qualifying event. Then you have Connor Jensick able to fend off Patnode for that runner-up spot.
Good racing wherever you look at this one, but here comes the checker. It's all going to come down to this. Jason Lafayette will take down the win. Connor Jensick for a solid second. Gary Patnode to finish in third. Rich Hammond, 4th position. Darrell Vertiflay to round out the top 5. Scott Clement was 6th. Matt Clement was 7th. 2 cars will not be in the handicap.
Ari Jensick in 8th and Samantha Dell to round out the 9-car field. Limited late model qualifying is complete. They'll get set for their feature event. SK Lights are coming up next, but first let's check in with Monza.
I'm with our most recent limited late model winner, Jeremy Lavoie, who was very happy with the car in practice today. How about the heat race? You finished 3rd.
We're battling a little loose off, but we found something in the car this week and it had us all smiles. We went out there and turned like 2 to 3 tenths quicker. So we're very optimistic for tonight, and hopefully we can go win it again. Finish off the year strong. Now that we found something in the car and the car's up to speed, we wish we had a few more weeks, but we'll have to save that for Spring Sizzler next year. But we're very optimistic tonight, and I'm probably gonna have to start deep in the field because I won last week. But we're just gonna take it lap to lap and see if we can't pass as many cars and get to the front.
That's Jeremy Lavoie feeling really good, a smile on his face. He's ready to roll for 20 laps tonight.
He sure is, Bonzo. The big thumbs up at the end. Heat number 1, the SK Lights. It is car number 25. Willington Pizza, Keep Digging Motorsports. From Ashford, Connecticut, it is Ben Morrison.
Car number 18 is next from Preston, Connecticut. The Pro Systems integration entry for former champion Tyler Berry.
Row number 2 to the inside. Feature event winner, the Wicked Power Sports Machine. From Stafford Springs, Connecticut, car number 1, Bob Charland.
Fourth starter, car number 34 from Oxford, Massachusetts. The Pro Automotive car for Dalton McCarthy.
The point leader starts 5th with car number 2. The Propane Plus PT Watts Gary Rice equipment car. From Auburn, Massachusetts, car number 2, Megan Fuller.
Sixth starter, car number 29, the winningest driver in the history of this division. From Stafford Springs, the Vernon Chevrolet sponsored car for Chris Matthews.
Then we go to car number 98, the River Valley Tree Arbitel convenience store car. From Coventry, Connecticut, Norm Sears.
Car number 8 will go next in line from Wellington, Connecticut, the Rose Brothers Garage car for Aiden DeGata.
And car number 4 will be the BurstCloud.com car. From Stafford Springs, Connecticut, Rob Peterson. So that is your lineup, 9 cars strong, 8 laps the distance, and we go back to 5 cars to be among the transfer and the handicap. Kyle, here they come off turn 4.
Here they come off of turn number 4. Tyler Berry outside lane. Ben Morrison to the bottom. Green flag is up. 8 laps the distance. Heat race number 1 for the SK Light Modifieds. And it will be the outside lane with the jump. Well, for now, Berry had a half car length over Morrison. Morrison battles back on the bottom as they challenge for the race lead in turn number 3.
Well, that challenge is going on. It is a dogfight up front. They come off turn number 4. Morrison is the brand new leader. He bumps Tyler Berry back to 2nd. Morrison clicks off the quickest lap so far. Side by side, Bid is the battle for 3rd, while the battle is shaping up for 5th, that important transfer position. Back up front, Kyle.
Morrison to the outside, Berry to the bottom. That's the battle for the lead. Just behind them, challenge from 3rd on back, led by Matthews. It's Morrison at the line by a car length. Berry still digging on the inside. Matthews, the fastest car last time by, the 29, showing in the 3rd spot.
Sure does. Matthews setting in the 3rd position. He's not a watcher, he's a contender. He'll take a look to the inside, thinks twice of it, pulls back into line. Meanwhile, last circuit, Ben Morrison moved to the top of the charts, quickest car on the racetrack. 3 cars out in front. Now Megan Fuller is all over the back bumper of Dalton McCarthy. That's the 4th and the 5th position. Remember, you must be among the top 5 to start up front. Oh, trouble now off turn 4 as Tyler Berry's car loosened right up.
Berry, a big wiggle, but hung on to it. Great driving there for Tyler Berry. Maintains the 2nd spot and didn't lose a whole lot of ground to Ben Morrison, the race leader. Chris Matthews in 3rd. Dalton McCarthy, fastest car on the track last time, in 4th in car 34. Megan Fuller in that 5th and final transfer spot as they hit the line. Now into the 2nd half of this heat race.
There's no question about it. This is just a sample of what you're going to see in the main event. Now Tyler Berry tries to move to the inside of Ben Morrison. Morrison left the door open. Here comes Berry, side by side off turn number 4. What will it be at the stripe? It looks like Ben Morrison still holds on by inches over Tyler Berry.
37/100ths of a second at the line. That's not much at all between the top 2. Berry inching out front, up the back straightaway. Matthews now to challenge for 2nd. New leader Tyler Berry to the point as the white flag is in the wind. 1 lap to go.
Final circuit in the competition. Matthews is digging hard on the bottom of the racetrack. Ben Morrison on the outside lane. Meanwhile, Tyler Berry is gone at the front of the field. 2 turns left to decide who will be among the top 5 cars. Charland is challenging Megan Fuller. Checkered flag is out. Tyler Berry will take down the win. Chris Matthews squeaks in the finish in 2nd. Ben Morrison, the 25, is 3rd. Dalton McCarthy is 4th. And very important is Megan Fuller to round out the top 5 to be among the handicap. 4 more cars will not be there.
They include Bob Charland in 6th, Norm Sears in 7th, Aiden DeGata in 8th, and Rob Peterson to round out the 9-car field as we go back to Bonds in the pits.
Kyle, Tyler Berry won that heat race, and he was talking about coming back to this division and just wanting to have fun, and that's exactly what's been going on with him. He's having a blast getting back in the SK Light Modifieds. He's a former champion. As I back away from Paul Brecchio Jr., our late model point leader, he's about to get ready for his heat race. But Tyler Berry's having a good time. He wasn't sure how the car was going to be today, but it looked good in that heat. Megan Fuller coming in as the championship leader. She was happy with the car in practice, just taking it easy. Her goal, just run her race, and that's what she did in the heat to qualify via the handicap.
She certainly did, Bonsa. And now it's time for round number 2. Car number 51, the SAB Tree Experts car from Norwich, Connecticut. It is Matt Brewer.
Car 57 goes to the outside of the front row. The A-plus fire protection car from right here in Stafford Springs. It's Austin Goff.
Row number 2 to the inside. Car number 35, the Talon County Foundation replacements car from Ashford, Connecticut. It is Josh Morrison.
4-starter car 75 from Windsor Locks, Connecticut. The Jim Chiapponi family racing entry for Casey Vogt.
In position number 5, it is car number 15, McKinney Construction Company car from Colchester, Connecticut. Of course, the UNI special for Amanda West.
Currently 4th in the championship standings coming into today. 5th in points. Car number 10 will start alongside from Seymour, Connecticut. Yukon, the sponsor for Nick Anglace.
In the 7th starting spot, this gentleman was among the quickest cars in practice. The Gary Power Equipment Machine from Swansea, New Hampshire, car 36, Eddie Gramarlo.
8th starter, car number 67, making his debut here tonight. The Wicked Power Sports car for the 67 of Chad Jones.
And starting scratch, the Bodyworks Unlimited car from Springfield, Massachusetts. Car number 99, a graduate of Monday Night Karts, Dylan Houghton. So that is your deal. 8 laps, 5 cars to be among the transfer here.
Lined up, ready to go. Pace car on the pit lane. Matt Brewer to bring the field off of turn number 4. Car number 51 takes the green flag, and we are underway here in heat race number 2. Austin Goff in the black and green 57 to the outside of the front row, falls immediately into the clutches of Josh Morrison, goes to the inside for second. He wants a challenge and a look for the lead in turn 3.
There's no question about it. Austin Goff's dad told me they found something. He admitted it was something they were missing a week ago. Where they found it, it's working. Because all of a sudden, Austin Goff, the 4th generation driver, is making a bid for the lead. Down to the inside of Matt Brewer. Side by side, wheel to wheel, bottom of turn number 3. No one is giving an inch on the racetrack. But when they come off turn number 4, Austin Goff, quick lap, and he is the brand new leader.
Hot battle between Amanda West and Nick Anglace for the 5th spot on the speedway. Anglace on the inside of the racetrack. West topside in the 15. It was reversed last time by. West carries that momentum up the back straightaway, hangs on to 5th for now, closing in on Casey Vogt as Goff is the race leader at the line. Sets the fastest lap of the event and pulls away from Matt Brewer, but not by much, only about a half a car length to the exit of turn 2.
Well, Goff's got a racy race car tonight. He is out in front. Brewer just settles into second. Josh Morrison is right there. All of a sudden, Casey Vogt and Amanda West. The heat is on for Amanda West. She needs to finish in the top 5, but Nick Anglace is back there in 6th. Bid for the lead back up front. Will we have a swap for position number 1?
Looks like we might, as Brewer has a run into turn number 3. Vogt goes to the inside of Morrison. West has nowhere to go in 5th, but hangs on to that final spot among the handicapped in car number 15. Battle up front, Brewer to the inside of Goff to turn 2.
No question about it. 5 cars run over that, under that magical blanket, down the back straightaway. Goff is digging in hard on the outside. Brewer now runs the bottom of the racetrack. Inside or outside, Amanda West changes her line, but at the stripe, it is Matt Brewer, the brand new leader. 6 of 8 laps into the record books. Keep your eyes on the 5th spot. Here comes Amanda West. She moves down underneath Morrison. She's looking for the comfort zone. All of a sudden, here's Nick Anglace.
Amanda trouble off the corner. Goff goes around in that pack of traffic. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Goff running among the top 5 when he got the involved in the incident over in turn number 4, and the caution comes out.
So a heartbreaking situation there as the Goff machine goes around, as he'll get it fired back up, but there's less than 1 circuit when they come back up to speed. But what a battle. Matt Brewer, lap after lap, working with Casey Vogt. Let's go back down to Bonza. Bonza.
Ben, we also had a good battle in the first SK Light heat race. In the middle of that battle was Ben Morrison, who led several laps in that 8-lap heat event. You had a great run Saturday in the Invitational. How was it so far in the 25 tonight?
It was pretty good. We changed the clutch, and it feels pretty good. Yeah, just trying to go out there, get experience, run some laps, and maybe win. We'll see. So yeah, just got to stay consistent and confident, but also just keep my head down. That's all.
How was the confidence after last week? And I know it wasn't the finish you were looking for, but you were up there battling for the lead. How was the confidence for you after that?
Yeah, it definitely went up. It kind of made me, realize that I could run up front. So yeah, car was really good. Just unfortunate that left front went down, but yeah, it is what it is. Maybe our luck will be on our side tonight. So.
Ben Morrison looking for some good luck in the 20-lap feature tonight to end his rookie year.
Certainly was, and of course, this is going to be, we are on lap number 7, so it's going to be a green to the checker, I believe.
And it looks like the 15 of Amanda West, after the contact over in turn number 4, will have to restart this one at the tail end of the field.
So she'll be back there with the Austin Golf machine, and that is not what she was hoping for. She was up as far as the 4th and 5th position, and that's where you need to be if you're going to start up front in the competition here. Matt Brewer is the guy, Casey Vogue alongside, and of course Josh Morrison and Amanda West drops to the rear of the field. That bumps up Nick Glace, and Eddie Germarlo will be there. Eddie is a former racer from of course, Monadnock Speedway. Came to Stafford as a regular at the end of the season. Green flag is out. Outside lane did not fire as quick. That worked to the advantage of Brewer, but guess what? Gunny and Chris Cabato in race control said, no way. We do not like that particular start. They bring it back. Timing and scoring here at the Speedway is by 2 of the most respected scorers in the business. The cars are electronically scored. And that, of course, is Russ Smith and Judy Clooney. So those good folks working behind the scenes. Oh, trouble now. Grimali and then Amanda West literally went up on the back end of the number 67 car. Down the back straightaway, though. We've got to finish this one out. Look at Nick Glaze. He's in the 4th spot. He doesn't want to stay there. He's going to go for 3rd. Here is the checker. And Matt Brewer will take down the win. Casey Vogue will finish in 2nd. Josh Morrison to round out the top 3. Nick Glace will finish in the 4th spot. And Dylan Houghton will take down position number 5. Those are the top 5 and most important there. Who does not make it, Kyle?
Austin Goff in 6th, Eddie Garmarlo in 7th, Chad Jones in 8th, who had a little contact with Amanda West there on the final lap. Amanda having to settle for 9th. Remember, she is still mathematically eligible for the title as we go back to Bonza.
Guys, Nick Glaze coming off his win last Friday in the SK Light Modified feature. He told me today the car last week wasn't that great, but he made it work. When I asked him today, he thought the car was halfway decent, still needed some more work. I'm not sure if he's quite satisfied with that 10 after the heat race, but we know how fast they've been all year long. He's got nothing to lose. He's out there to try and go for the win tonight and get win number 4 in the year.
So let's get to the starting lineup for round number 3. Joey Farina will be in the Wicked Power Sports machine from East Hartford, Connecticut at the point.
Outside of the front row, the 55 from Summers, Connecticut, the Arcari Motor Sales sponsored car for Paul Arcari.
Feature event winner, the GRE 6 machine from Windsor, Connecticut, car number 50, Peter Bennett.
4th starter, car number 32 from Milford, Connecticut, the Dell's vinyl siding entry for Robert Bloxham III.
5th starter, keep your eyes on this guy. He is quick. The Calagianis Racing machine from New Hartford, Connecticut, car 42, Stephen Calagianis.
6th starter, car number 16, the current 2nd place point getter from Chaplin, Connecticut, the Busy Bee Learning Center car for Nicholas Hovey.
Let's take a look at the final row. Car number 52, the Rubos Auto Center car from Waterbury, Connecticut. It is Anthony Farino.
And rounding out the 8-car field, car number 88 from Coventry, Connecticut, the J.G. Poulin Racing entry for Frank Litwell Jr.
So there you have it, 3rd and final qualifying round for the SK Lights. On deck behind the stage is, of course, our late model qualifiers. They'll be coming up next. And then the fastest division of the night, Stafford's own, the SK Modifieds, all set in the paddock, ready to do battle. If you're watching on Flo, we appreciate you coming in. There is Megan Fuller walking on the boardwalk in front of the start-finish line, the current point leader in the SK Light division. Here we go, firing them up, Kyle, off turn 4.
He raced number 3 under the green flag. Joey Farino brings the field into turn number 1 with Paul Arcari to his outside. Peter Bennett still alive in the championship fight as well in the orange number 50, challenging for second. Nicholas Hovey just trying to work his way into the top 5 in car number 16 as they come around to complete lap number 1.
There's no question about it. Peter Bennett sneaks in, takes over the number 2 position. The guy that's on the move almost 3 wide is the car number 42, Stephen Kalajanis. Kalajanis is down underneath Paul Arcari. Peter Bennett, fastest car in lap number 1. Up to the 3rd position, here comes Nick Hovey from 6. He's trying to challenge for 5.
Still in the 6th spot for Nicholas Hovey at the completion of lap number 2, but not by much. He is digging on the bottom of the speedway. Robert blocks him the 3rd to position to his back bumper up the backstretch as they both look to pass Paul Arcari in the 55, who is backsliding off of turn number 4. As they race hot and heavy for those spots, Joey Farino pulls away. Nicholas Hovey, no surprise, fastest car on the racetrack. He's up to position number 4 in the 16.
And he's not done yet, that pink and black machine, as they are about to come back to the halfway marker. It is Hovey who makes a bold move, quickest car on the racetrack. Nicholas Hovey up to the 3rd position. Kalajanis back to the 4th spot, blocks him, just riding it out in position number 5. Is Hovey done yet? No way. He moves to the inside. Bennett is there. Nicholas Hovey rim rides to the bottom of the racetrack. Give Hovey position number 2.
Hovey up to the runner-up spot to the inside of Bennett, who gets kicked back to 3rd. Joey Farino, race leader now. His task to try to fend off Nicholas Hovey for another 4 or so laps as they race up the backstretch. Can he hold them off for a half lap? They're in turn number 3. Farino to the bottom. Hovey goes a little lower with 2 to go.
They come off the turn back to the stripe. 3 cars run bumper to bumper. Bottom of turn number 1. Here comes Hovey. Makes a bold move to the inside. Doesn't stick. Bennett is up on the wheel in the outside lane. Meanwhile, back in the 5th position. Robert blocks him. Tries to make the move. He does. Off the turn. Here comes Hovey. 1 lap to go.
White flag, 1 to go. Farino outside lane. Hovey to the bottom, just in front of Peter Bennett. Hovey may have clipped the dirt going into turn number 1. Kicks up a cloud of dirt, but maintains the race lead up the backstretch. Farino looking to his inside.
Farino tested the waters. It just doesn't work. Here comes the checker. Nicholas Hovey is on top of his game here tonight. He will, of course, take down the victory. Joey Farino will finish in 2nd. Peter Bennett for 3rd. Robert blocks him, car 32 for 4th. Stephen Kalajanis to round out the top 5. Then 3 others will not be in the handicap.
Paul Arcari in the 6th spot, Frank Litwell 7th, and Anthony Farino to round out the 8-car field. SK Lights are now qualified. Their feature event forthcoming here later tonight as we go back to Bonza in the pits.
Kyle, one of the drivers trending in the right direction in the second half of this season is this guy, Casey Vogt, driver of the 75, who finished 2nd in his heat. How was the car for that 8-lap event?
Oh, the car was really good. You know, the guys over at Chassis Pro definitely set this thing up good. I was hooking up really good. I was a little worried when I got out on the outside, but we managed. That restart was definitely, you know, not what we were looking for, but that's racing for you.
So how have you guys been able to find more speed so far in the second half of the year to close out 2025?
Just showing up every week and just trying to be consistent. I don't know, I learn every week, you know, so it's hard to pick out which gained us that 10th or whatever. So, but I don't know. I'm just hoping for a good, clean race tonight and know that who we're racing, so I don't ruin anybody's championship. So.
That's Casey Vogt. We were joking earlier that he's not a new kid anymore in the SK Light Modifieds. He's in his 5th season, but no matter how long you race, there's always something to learn, and Casey Vogt is learning that this season. That's why they've had an uptick in performance.
Car 75, keeping an eye on him later tonight in the SK Light main event. For those that have been watching us on our live Facebook and YouTube streams, thanks for tuning us in. The rest of tonight's program will be seen exclusively on FloRacing here on NAPA Championship Night.
We are moving into the first late model qualifier of 2. Car number 97, a multiple track champion, the Meadow Motor Cars.